Followers of God have always been interested in His creation. After citing the stars in the heavens, the bestowal of rain, the growth of vegetation, and the feeding of wild animals, the psalmist cries out, "How many are your works, O Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures." Psalm 104, verse 24. But of all the things in creation, of greatest interest to most of us is our own nature, for we are fascinated with the wonder of ourselves. As John Calvin wrote, a human being is a microcosm of the universe, a rare example of God's power, goodness, and wisdom, and contains within enough miracles to occupy our minds. It is not surprising, then, to learn that Christian thinkers over the centuries have thought deeply about psychological matters long before modern psychology arose. Yet Christian interest in psychology has exploded over the last 50 years. Countless books have been written by Christians that describe our personalities, our boundaries, our dysfunctional development, our relationships and their problems, how our children should be raised, and so on. However, in the midst of this explosion has been an intellectual crisis that the Church has been wrestling with for even longer. Over the previous 140 years, a complex and rich body of knowledge and practice has proliferated, which has understood and treated human beings in some ways that vary considerably from Christian perspectives on human life. Since this modern psychology is largely secular, there is considerable disagreement about how much the theories and findings of this type of psychology should influence, be absorbed into, and even transform the way Christians think about human beings. Some Christians have embraced modern psychology's findings and theories with uncritical enthusiasm, naively trusting that its texts are a perfect reflection of human reality. Others have argued that any appropriation of modern psychology is psychoheresy, since it necessarily poisons the Christians who imbibe it. This book will examine neither extreme, but will consider the vast territory between them, specifically 5 well-thought-through views from evangelicals who offer a fairly comprehensive representation of the ways that most Christians, including non-evangelicals, understand psychology and counseling in our day. Before summarizing the 5 approaches themselves, I would like to trace the historical and intellectual background for the present debate.